in the motherfucking days. Sodom and Gomorrah's in the blood these days. For you to fight will be an everyday task. Grabbing for a hint of a path to reach a certain point if you was anointed. You know pages flow from the text of my cells, cause I've been set free to reign upon my throne, but it seems to be in vain. Spiritual is steadily pushing to grab the mic, unfold and let the story be told of old. Past the problem with my people today could be solved with the use of a tool. For my generation has been lost, but this is the cost to permit of each sect and learn respect and then turn to my sons. Hey, did the news get around to you yet? Well, let me give you mine. Open up, then let knowledge break for your sake, cause we lost. Grab the best mind state, for the mission's been told, and I think we all know it ain't nothing new under the sun. So open up, then let knowledge break for your sake, cause we lost. Grab the best mind state, for the mission's been told, and I think we all know it ain't nothing new under the sun.
My culture is the culture of the world. Vultures may enter the fray, so watch what you say. You may blow up, but you should have been building foundations to support. Watch those who report entering court systems, 13 gems that should shine, but that's just too much mind. Power for political computer chips. Chips we should be stacking, making factories, black commodities. Economy is what we need, but you fear, cause the future is not clear. Debating on skating the scene to make a living, but they watching you, watching where you stay. Police is sweating all damn day with the made up laws that execute in a pause. But I'm a calm soul, planning how we should roll in this nation. All I see is separation, they don't like you talking that, so shut down rap. But it generates and it's hard to time to a time. They still making dime for lines each time. MCs rhyme solo or with the crew, but be in position to watch it generate, cause it's hard to time to a time. They still making dime for lines each time. MCs rhyme solo or with the crew, but be in position to.
This interlude is looted, I was doing my thing. Yeah. Jenny's just a Jane, but tonight she's a Jill. Probing through my loop stack, she rang my tilt.
This is Jilly, what you doing? What time can we meet?
I really dig your music and I hear your new beat. What's this, a Jane tune to speak? I hipped it to my talents just last week. Come on down and bring my port. Buzz tack my sets in a timestamp short. Life's grand and all that, come on in. Pugs up the nooses with the moon they sent. Fix your spot for rhythmic pour. The soul was kinda old with static and score. That's okay, she liked the loop. She took my stoops and one big scoop. She's just what I needed, just for my heart bone. Just what I needed, I think I'ma get that. Just what I needed, just for my heart bone. Just what I needed, I think I'ma get that.
Baby girl, won't you swing a little harder? So now I'm entwined on your heels like as if you didn't know it. The printers mainly schlepp with a bit of a sink trip. Ask me, Pa,
what?
Of course I would. What's your flavor? Cause something after you can meet my next door neighbor. The true the fat between the epoch seeming cause. Anytime now, so what do we do when the product is set and like through? Look me in the eye with your bright smile, child, and then have to see it fit. She said that's on you. Results be congrats, since the shade is something true. What's the feet up the pocket? Ain't my plan. Won't you lend me a smack? I highly recommend it cause I'm like that. The probe is something way under sinks. You think, I think it's time. Dig a groove and listen to a rhyme.
Just what I needed, just for my heart bone. Just what I needed, I think I'ma get that. Just what I needed, just for my heart bone. Just what I needed, I think I'ma get that. If that's my fix, then I'll be in a hev mode. The tape's kinda ran, so I think I will unload. Put coat and soaked in a tuned in key. Garage plus my motor. I think I need some soda and apples to punch my stand and be up. down the hatch in my hand bone cups. 40 acres, tips to the hat makers. Seeing is believing is so. Nuka is being in modes of go. Use pulled and gamma, no sprouts. Waxing my bonus for outs. More than a phase, and they sleep for days. Up and running wasn't quartz. Smacked and pressed 2 hearts. Soulful song and dance prompts me to sing this chant. Chant, 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 chant. What? Just what I needed, just for my heart bone. Just what I needed, I think I'ma get that. Just what I needed, just for my heart bone. Just what I needed, I think I'ma get that. Just what I needed, just for my heart bone. Just what I needed, I think I'ma get that. Just what I needed,
check it out.
For my heart bone. Just what I needed, I think I'ma get that.
Yo, my girl Tap is in the house. Hey,
Don't stop.
I said Brandy's in the house, and my homie T-Bone is in the house. Yo, the homie Wendell is in the house. And yo, we call him the shift, but he's in the house. Hey, my homie Brock is in the house. All the homies in the place is in the house. We got my homeboy Vinny in the house. Yo.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Greatest of the MC. Of the MC, let's hear it for the greatest of the MC.
Now to explain it with these, many MCs would lose. So we will bust the real rap and continue to style adapt and show and prove with the notion that no limits is bound to be fatal. You only had 2 turntables to rock your spot and be able to keep the crowd moving with the slightest bit of imperial skill. Material had to be ill. Now see, at this time, it wasn't uncommon for crews to be waiting on sidelines, equating rap guidelines to bust later and come up in height and shine bright in prime time. Blind to fate, cause you waited too long. Some would get placed at second rate and couldn't escape. But understand, through this lecture, some couldn't write. And to recite was just a way of conveying my message to a rhythm with words and nice poetics. Battle with mine to suit the skeptic. I have no cause to. I have identity and styles of my own that I need to apply. Hard study time to excel upon the boundaries that I reach to pass through. But why was my question? And this would be my stepping stone to get me hyped when the greats would write. I pick pencils with lead and paper with ledges and erased hesitantly, almost always over the edges, and replace the realness so you can feel this. And told the sum of what I knew was hardcore rap. No, not the masses, the one who spread them hip-hop traps inside a category, mistaken with allegory, comments that can get you met. So please, learn a little more, refrain. You can't beat, that's my opinion. If rap's been your sole decision, then you got grips with what's real. But still, till I find time to unwind and unravel, I feel compelled to break up fables and write these at my kitchen table. I feel like fuck it, you disrespected my whole generation, when in totality we run half the nation. But you can bet, there's always some fool who's inept to write a summary. But all the real B-boys, y'all can come with me.
The greatest of the MC. The greatest of the MC. Let's hear it for the greatest, the greatest. The greatest of the MC.
With these legends found treasures over years, compacting life drama and acting over wax. I'm a B-boy on this platform, forewarned of a battle to come. To light with shattering mics and bet my foe's side. I'm still able to sheen, to spit, error free, unshook up, to miss this line on a tempo, size for the blow of a paragraph, parry with a very nice technique, perfect for displaying at such gatherings, patterning of disses, fresh, a short shot, beaming through the system, hot. So picture the MC, the mic, the speaker, the DJ, the mixer, frame it in the front with the crowd packed, contorting your back to my flow, supposed to be a jam. I pick another flow to get ran. In my heart it stands, arms and hands syncopated. I stated by example with this classical rendition of the wordplay was more pleasing than the ease of me colliding my voice onto a tape for all time to play, to be the great
MC. Greatest of the MC. The greatest.
Now check it, it's all about the raps then. Dap stack up and collapse. When you taking hyper serious, notoriety's thin. But you didn't worry about that, it'll come back and attack for sure when you least expect it. Cause see, this game is all precision. Some wanna argue about the lines to get in while the DJ spins. Some wanna be dapping the latest gear so they can win, while others want a chance to get in. Now see, you wearing your life thin. Fights don't come rare, but legends just do. So the mics, they don't care if what's written is dope. I thought that expanding your mind would enable a rhyme to reach the core and be dubbed as freshness, while balancing rhymes and battling times to etch on a paper an idea that could bring me closer to an understanding of the strain that I choose to project. And it gets me how I be wanting to defend and protect the little bit that's left. In panic, yeah, I want to step, but I can't until the mass confusion is correct. Asceticisms and schisms mix up my dialogue, but let the wheel turn and cut this. And learn about the truth in rap and still be held up in esteem and heavy crowd approval from doubters, cause this will surely move them. About the greatest of the masters, so we telling history. And that's a brand new style we putting down about the latest, to tell the story of the greatest. The greatest.
Let's hear it for the greatest, the greatest. MC. Let's hear it for the greatest, the greatest.
Like a Jetson, tested. Are you ready for the mic blessing? I call to order, I speak slow. Line to the water, 10th order of things you need to know. Still a grown man can grow more and change vectors. Best be on your toes, for who knows when they test you. Mind and body is a temple of infinity. I remember M-I-C. You ain't OG to hold that. It's like a striped metal pipe to the fist fight. Broken chips and lip zip. The steady spit melts the chrome from my busy get. From my vantage, I move mine like pieces. At least telekinesis. Images transmitted through the vocal cord, then through the air to the wire. But underneath was my mental intent. Subbing the beat through the rhyme. The timeline, synapses, design was minute. Cheers to my project and to selectors, death to whackness, up the measure. I take pleasure, filling my leisure. Flows like a oscilloscope, vision by Escher. Flipping my roles like a snowflake. This is no place for home fakes. I'm teaching what it takes to withstand the bass in your face. Writing like fine lace in hyperbolic space. If you slave to the format, you'll have a horseback that granddaddy spat. So much patooey, million claims to do it with few vanguard. Few stay hungry, less stay hard. Flossing on the bitches don't really impress me. I'm looking toward the future, but I'm seeing the stress it. I'm mental like a prophet, I'm seeing raps tombstone. The fall of wrong, the fall from grace. All the damn records in the crates. Rappers that passed away know my fate. If you wait, you shame to get what the game became to be. A lot of rappers gave up and threw their pens down. I stepped to the table still with my mic crown. Then I kneel and spread the seals. Rub them back and forth until the truth was revealed. Rapture, elation, Aikman, word up. From the first cut of Believer, where intro was a high art. Riaz taught, a lost part, not as smart as vivid, but pitted against adversaries. Not profound by cursory acquaintance. Metaphor, sequence, revealed when guided like an initiation. Commanding like stations, like a general. My fuse pivotal, 360, 720. More power than money. Was knowledge knowing, proving and showing like degrees of belts. Men knelt when they felt truth. So I send shot gifts when clenched my fists. Like a fantasy wish, I breathe life to a list from the words that I spit.
I don't have to just sit here all the time either. I'll bet I could dance on this wall.
In the village I call homestead live many tribes of youth, free to roam wherever the wind shook the trees, the bees of the swings. The only thing askew is that they were prey to the ungrand villains, like the little girl downstairs named Maquita, a witness of the stress of a big sis. But she was cool, so when things got tense, she went and bought a reefer. Now Maquita was a witness to all. Now does a little feeling of peer pressure building up inside her top crown. So when things got got tough, just as for sis. Will she follow the bad scribble? Will she follow the bad scribble?
One day, while Peter was playing with his wooden soldier, he had a wonderful surprise.
Cater to the dirt heads. Masses drawn through the mug I call my home planet I dwell on. Know me just and so on. Wi-Fi to power when the wire is cut. Glance over on the app. Dick shows his ass and henceforth continues to grovel for a print that he might only suit a long-time Joan while Carolina selling favors for some flavors. Crucial from my spec alone. I pick your bone. Pardon for my voice tone. I hit your heart zone. Give your load a chance, and why not pace yourself? In time you'll find you'll erase all traces of bad scribble.
You're not much good to me that way, lying in little pieces all over the place.
Leroy was my man until the day he ran past the block. I was left with expression of question, followed by some skids. My man Leroy tried to skip town with that profit. Gray Scott, he clicked loud while I was standing by the crowd with the yellow tape blocking the sidewalk. Leroy wasn't cool as I pondered. He was selling stone to the zombie bones of my village, just was caught up in the quest for the skipping, ripping and running, trying to make some joke. To place life and limb behind the coin, just the same as the men who felt more in the prefix. That outcome is the maxium of the bad scribble.
Harry, come home. Your mother is calling you. Don't the inner city just make you wanna holler to the tip of your brain? Without a thought, just winking. You're there without due to the traffic bound rates. Wasn't it yesterday? Thoughts were drab when speech drifted. That bill was in locks. Truth was tagged to be wrong in choice and involved with the crowd. He was not. Miss Jones cried pardon. Harry stole an item from the cupboard the night that bill was shunned. Blooded and disgusted, he ran out cussing. Miss Jackson stopped the fussing for a pause. We all heard a cry, but closed our eyes and knew that Harry would never be coming home. For the simple fact of reasoning, the riddle's not so wrong, just a scribble that's hard for some to shake.
I bet I could dance on this wall. I bet I could dance on this wall.
No, this won't do.
I bet I could dance on this wall. I don't have to just sit here all the time either. I bet I could dance on this wall.
No, this won't do.
I bet I could dance on this wall.
I'll get you fixed.
I bet I could dance on this wall.
Let me say what's up to Torch, my man.
microphone brave in the illest of situations. I've been known to maintain life in the simplest fractions. I promise you my mental state gave rise to the action put before opinion takes the best that you can conceive of. I'm not a believer of some writers famed to deceive all true achievers, but one thing is sure, I learned a lot about what I should be doing, and I've mapped out the routes, so now I'm good at it. I interchange and rearrange the thought progress for regress. The 21st century will be hard for most because the masses of populace have been sleeping, so it's no wonder why I enrage and engage, even when blind, but I know life has got to change. We all been through it before, that's why you're struggling to live. Hard times for sure. Life has got to change. We all been through it before, that's why you're struggling to live. Hard times for sure. Hard times will make you rhyme a little bit stronger when you're no longer holding the cards. And it's funny, I just realized my politics in the form in which I express myself was not just kind of biting, but I can't breathe. So when the mic gladiator senses attraction for any sight, then at some point it's gotta come down to being what? All about that action. Thought you was game. Most small talk don't establish anything but confusion. Some get bloated heads and then try to enlist disposition. Services when I bust on my time as a people. The beat I took it from my homeboy and it came off when I listened to the cut again. Every man has the right to his own destiny, and whether you come off in it is a whole nother story. And at any time the battle commences for justice, then I'm down for trouble. Whatever the trouble is, then why self is down for the struggle. Engaging the mic with hands whenever I hit the stage, right? Engaging the mic with hands, expanding knowledge to make your game tight. So the mic is what I think I most like to say. The beat is ominous to me. Battles mic gladiators should always hold their weight. Through best attempts and tactics, mostly dominated by fact checks in the way of making the best rapper look bad and divert the attention to what I do. But I get scuffed up every day trying to do the things that I do, and still take a vow to rock the facts always diligently. Just keep all levels maxing as usual with intensity. I ask if you a martyr. No, that's a subscription until does not subscribe to numerous lives without a real course or cause to guide you. Life has got to change, we all been through it before, that's why you're struggling to live. Hard times for sure. Life has got to change, we all been through it before, that's why you're struggling to live. Hard times. Peace.
Y'all jealousies, keeps you to yourselves. You be contributing to the strain, built on absolutely nothing. Now what's today's science? How about formatical subjects y'all tactfully hung at and won't let go? Now that's a shame. I've heard you code acronyms for pastimes. Schemes is played with mono fucking delivery. No fresh rhymes, come on now, understand y'all. What's today's science? Drop it on these geniuses. Okay, listen, what about commentary? You fear nothing. Somebody give me a new name for suckers so I can bury lips slow. Stereotypical. You ask for shit like that though. Degrees is not to be conceived through minimal workouts or forced wordplay. You come to conclusions, your shit's illusions. Expound from the gut. Last time I checked, that swamp theme what? Keep laughing, y'all be lagging. Slipping up cotton bags. You know, don't follow, break out that shit or quit. Don't let nobody tell you, cause if we school you, then you miss. Simple, but not all at your temple, so you get the gist. In LA, I say, hey, y'all play, y'all still drop shit. And that's a constancy. Through hard work, apply correct. We still move forward, flowing live and direct.
Is essential, I use my mind power to shower with designings and styles to show my luster. When verbs are falling, components with my voice on it multiplies messages, appendages, holding on to pins just to stage. Now who's controlling? A rap of complex wording, overloading, brains questioning, my maintaining. Synthesis of sounds won't cut it. The basics of this to motivate writers like to lighters on approval of the verses. But verses Sach, you find the best, now the mic sparks just for me at the party. All aspects indeed, the crew is top choice. The box is shock to FMs to overseas, raining on a tone that rain with uniqueness. sweetness and freaking, all with inside the art. It's mine, so rewind and dissect, live and direct.
Suckers use ploys as they main operation. We call them toys cause they be breaking under the pressure. And what's more, they got no etiquette with topics or subjecting diction, y'all lose. I drop a form of articulate writing constantly and won't cease till positives and sales be lightening. Now let these lyrics rain down on fools. Still MC hating while I'm fading constant intercourse. It's just a few with a leg to lead, y'all left to heed. No one makes them collectively heave, the rest could lead. It's just the point we on the scene, maintaining the importance of this hip-hop shit and balancing out the whackness. We separate the fiction from the non, cause the bullshit is factless. So whatever makes the crowd move is vital to me. And recitals will be idly plugged out the side of, in spite of the fact that we be reacting from pages, driving the game, striving in this game. And we constantly delivering live.
Just let them fly while I say what's up to grandma in the sky. Let the bass consume the place. I'm chilling in the studio, listening to Ace about platinum hits and how high to climb and how many MCs really can't rhyme. But I get a dime for the wax I press. It's all a mind state that leads to stress. Them evil spirits, but I can't hear it. Like my girl Giant told me, Seth, you got to clear it. So I release and find my peace through a beat or some shit and dream about hits. I gotta keep my thing on straight, get my head together and wait till I get my share. At least I'm on the air.
Got a cut for your crates, beats and rhymes on black plates to pass around. With my 9 to 5 plus studio time, I got a radio slot trying to get hot. Soombi was the one that said that there was a flaw when the seas blow up and they get large and forget, basing their styles on a hit. So I try to step around this twist with acts like Green and my man Superb, where rhyming is first and the fame is third. So I walk around town with the full cassette, thinking all the times and new ways to stay fresh. So this is what I do daily. You might see the show and request me. Do an interview and speak about the West, or some whack MC might try to test. Like Seth, I got stress and sometimes I may smoke me a blunt with my man Kwame.
Complex, number one top choice. Shinorama. Complex, number one top choice. Shinorama.
An advanced scientist, and in my beaker I scrutinize over my calculate. No approximate, no compute. In infinite space I divide to a digit. Element is a style, and the cut is compound. There's more than one element to matter. My theory on the platter is
complex.
Progression of the verb has been isolated at 33 and a third. Like a power pellet detonated off the needle impact. Observers of the feet will surely move and prove my theorem that when I project myself, it's myself interacting with your body to move. You must possess the juice for this reaction, or unsatisfactory results will result, causing the crowd to erupt, but not with open arms, but to banter, cold as snow. Now I must compensate, so I solve with the crowd. My voice times my style over beats. Higher math in my tablet like Greek is what they say, but I'm an African professor with a new mark mixer and an 808. Makes for portable labs when I'm off the board. Schooling young chemists out the reflex speaker, and my DJ who assists runs the volume, increasing the graph. He does his math on felt while connecting perfect to the mic stand till I send my energy across. I feel it's like one. I ran the lines experimental, no longer we increase 9 from the level 1 and watch the brain waves bounce and thoughts are generated. Rounded to the smallest number and J soon be faded.
Complex, number one top choice. Shinorama. Complex, number one top choice. Shinorama.
Within my stack, alphabets on jewel studded paper that I floss in big letters. Chains of thoughts for the realm of hip hop that few understand. With the cast of scientists always at the station, monitoring was bombarded and label rap that does not equal or add up to the furtherment of the art. It's just an infant star that forgot how to burn. Now it's time to relearn from the pages I pull off. It's color, it's passion, it's numbers, it's action, it's an MC, a DJ, original bass that I built the skyscraper that's in peace so it stands to teach the new MCs levels to achieve to pass. Inspiration on the scene is my projection of the atmosphere. So you scholars with the tape machines put them to use as we better the mic. Technology is bound to improve cause we bound in great leaps when I send my speech through the Vega and utilize a record player for what it is. An instrument of precision that's rarely used nowadays like herbs. Natural cuts affects the body just as much as breath and take on the end of a line. So your style doesn't round to infinity. Know your field study that the distance of the screen for ripping a foe with word action. Removing him from the y-axis is very
complex. Complex, number one top choice. Shinorama. Complex, number one top choice. Shinorama. Complex, number one top choice. Shinorama. Complex, number one top choice. Shinorama.
I seen this girl, yo, around the way. She kicked it over there where my homegirl stay. I've been on to step up and make them swoon to me. It's just a job of being devastating MCs. When I'm looking for a freak, you know it ain't no stress. I get the minds tightening you out that dress. So when I roll up and say, what's your name? Showing them thighs driving me insane. Don't try to front cause I saw you look. Now you're thinking about how much time I took. So now I'm out on the town with my alias. Getting off freaks in my radius. Sean was fly, so was Michelle. Denise and Kiana broke me off real well. So if you in the city and you got it like that, Yusef, what you tell them where the honeys is at?
They on the bus stops. They out bumping the sound. They at every mall in the city. Take a look at them cruising around. They on the bus stops. They out bumping the sound. lost and see about the James every day that'll flock to me. And yes, I see them round the way, cause they all get fame. You know the brothers realize, cause we peep that game. From LaShawn down to Kim plus Antoinette. Little Keisha and Sharika can't forget Fazette. For the jibs that'll make a nature rise. You see, I gotta put them down just to recognize. From the neighborhood spots where they all might gab. From the phone conversations to the latest and fads. I can't run and even stop, cause the spot's quite hot. And like without the proper biz, then you must shake the spot. So if you get an eye, then you best pursue. Cause if your line's kinda late, another John will do. And if you see Tamika, tell her to give me a ring. Now I'ma let the cable go so the guys can sing. They on the bus stops, they out bumping the sound. They at every mall in the city. Take a look at them cruising around. They on the bus stops, they out bumping the sound. They at every mall in the city. Take a look at them cruising around.
In summer dresses and braided hair, and faded rolls really make me stare. I'm talking about the girls who really know. Nod their heads when the beat is slow. Sherelle is the girl with the attitude, but I handle that right when I'm in the mood. Shay is the girl who's paging me. I call her when I'm finished on this MIC. One day I ask Kiki what our homegirls say. They say, who was that baller over there today? Seeing these J's is routine, you see. I even like the girls who jock constantly. It's not that I'll be flossing or nothing like that. I guess I'm just a player with that old school rap. So if you in the city and it's really hot, my man, won't you tell him about them honey spots?
They on the bus stops, they out bumping the sound. They at every mall in the city. Take a look at them cruising around. They on the bus stops, they out bumping the sound. They at every mall in the city. Take a look at them cruising around.
formula of tension release for the working man's brain cells to grab and let you get a glimpse of the most important, influential to date. And while I wipe the slate and cleanse it, don't play for MCs with arthritis in their cloudy cerebral, makes it that much easier. Now let me see. Bring the needle back to whack, contrive it to my insight. I still like and keep the masses shaking. Don't step while I twist it tasty with this honey to make a hazy. While the DJ is cut, yeah, select it. As the night jam consists, my style gets wristed slick. No blood here but floods with breakdowns. Then spin that lyric round your neck. Eject that fool with that tool, cause he tried to come in my area with the plan to get some shit poppin', but I interject. And with the power of soul, it's in retrospect. The mic's been wet brutally. I laid it thrashing before I jetted out and headed out. Your mind's confused, you've been popping tops frequently. You slurred from bruise, you won't walk away from the battle. That I seriously doubt. Now what about this Westside rap you heard was sliding off route? With that old school rap.
Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win.
The world looks for greatness but lies in sin. A contradiction from the very top of life on damn. You wanna live a life of happiness but you still frown. So what that line you walk down represent? That time that's gone or time that's well spent? That time that's lost, you spent most of that bent. You won't get shit back cause it's all lent. You need to listen up and grab a hold of yourself. Cause I don't know a nigga that know they self. Mainly living from day one on down to day two with a mentality that had to be twisted as such. So you better get it from your brother instead. I know my people don't wanna hear nothing about the truth, but Seth is real. I can't tell no lie. And to my little baby brothers, hey, y'all know why. Now with some snake ass niggas down the street from you, but your own damn brother takes dimes from you. Now that's ill. Under the table, you don't even know me, trying to show me, but when I catch you, yep, you owe me. Y'all all need to take a quick look at the side of things. Everything's everything. Whoever said that my brother's not my keeper was a liar. A fool dies a long, slow death without respect. The first to claim, no name. A man nowadays ain't shit but a coward. That's all it is in this world that we living in. And this is easy as anything.
Brothers back, most important to protect. From stunning growth activities to full size recollecting. From the time when he wobbled, squabble, making sure we never topple. A pressure test, so don't forget him or the connected made. All manifestations, what's mine is yours. Look, it flows freely from me. You should forgive and live from today, or reconcile, or lying pals. Cause the whole step's lively to live. Siblings and strangers fall victims to the anger set up in place to eradicate, causing major turmoil on this foreign soil's getting hot. Who eases the slack when you're in their sights? Probably the likes of me, or mobbing unity. Serafina, can you see her? Divided mass attack, no, it's not via. From this message, test my words in practice and watch us excel. Coming together is key, whether it be mental, physical, yields the same outcome when we all run brandishing and go concentration camping in 99 and break the design with the power of one, exposing the flaws, igniting and inciting with my brother.
Y'all all need to take a quick look at the side of things. Everything's everything. Whoever said that my brother's not my keeper was a liar. A fool dies a long, slow death without respect. The first to claim, no name. A man nowadays ain't shit but a coward. That's all it is in this world that we living in. Know where I'm from, you lose your heart real quick. You'd understand it when you tell a man he's stranded in shit. One fool ain't got nothing while one's flossing in it. Trying to get something you need or something you can't get. What's your philosophy? Oh, you got a problem with me? I'm simply stating the facts, and the facts imply me to say it's on you. You in a rush to gain, but the simplest request could save you some pain. Cause on this, I'ma get down to the rudiments and aim straight for the harder things. See, cause I think you should know. I know you wanna dance, but I'ma get you to move. That elevation's what my sisters need most to improve, cause they on their own, on a mission to be fishing for something that's gone. The long haul is that long, so let a man step up and give a toast to the fool. While my people bleeding, you thinking like everything's cool. But I think we need to put that game in effect. You know them lies, uprise and put this thing on shine. Ain't no time for no slip-ups, raise yourself up, get it together. Even if you lose it, weather. I think we need to put this game in effect. You know them lies, uprise and put this thing on shine. Ain't no time for no slip-ups, raise yourself up. Even if you lose it, weather, get it together. Y'all all need to take a quick look at the side of things. Everything's everything. Whoever said that my brother's not my keeper was a liar. A fool dies a long, slow death without respect. The first to claim, no name. A man nowadays ain't shit but a coward. That's all it is in this world that we living in. And this is easy as anything.
the fail-safe gift from my Lord. Any Jane that I hit could never ever ignore the phrase one that pays, and wish that you could be as good as the dab. But yo, I feel a draft. It's the wearers, the ones that punch a hole through my spear and say, hey, here my dear. It's smooth like a rear, and those others, the ones you gotta watch out for when it's time to hit the door. Brother, think a bit more. I would never stoop lower and go around town spouting things about your girl, man, unless I know her, but I'm pretty clean. Just to say a bit mean, got a mood swing, but I can sing, and it helps when you're down in the dumps with your chick. Ain't nothing funny unless you plan on giving her the money.
Way down left, y'all, you know it's me. Bass type bitch, you'll get and me to peek on my way. And almost every day, I seem to meet a handful of Janes. I won't get with no names. Take this one on this hand for her. I got a pan, cause she thinks she's got a plan. But digging is my plan, Mr. Right's on the receiver. Swoon into the night, I hit her with my ear chewer, just how I like. Spooning, crooning, I hit her with my boo-hooing. Let her see the side that ain't the hard MC. Come down to my crib, yep, this is where I live. Quizzing on my pad, checking what I had. And you're upstairs around the corners where I rest my dome. And you can drop your jacket coat and lift your load. What I did, I tipped her, pug know how to fit her all. Call me Luka cause I puffed her, I puffed her.
Talk about the Janes for the time that it's being. Man, I got a girl, oh man, you should see her. Dark as the night, 5'4" with a smile that's bright as the day. But yo, I gotta play, I make my way with a grin that's as crooked as a humpback letter. Man, I wanna wear the chain, but I gotta change. What do I do? Yeah, I think that's right. Plus I got all my life to put up with a nag, to put up with my wife, so I'm cracking terrain. Leaving sugars insane with a 0 error code and a dope fake name. And I'm off to the races, digging different places. Never tie my laces, mushing ugly faces like a girl with braces. Put that leg in stasis, play the field bases, cause I'm over too many super sisters. So what you gonna do? Many super sisters. So what you gonna do? Many super sisters. So what you gonna do? Many super sisters. Yo, we gon' bring it down. Many super sisters. So what you gonna do? Many super So what you gonna do? Many super sisters. So what you gonna do? Many super sisters. Yo, shout outs in LA. Yo, many super sisters in New York. Yo, many super sisters in Hawaii. Yo, many super sisters in Chicago. Yo, many super sisters in Idaho. Yo, many super sisters in Illinois. Yo, many super sisters in Arkansas. Yo, many super sisters all over the world. Many super sisters, yeah. Many super sisters, yeah. Many super sisters, yeah. Many super sisters, So what you gonna do? Many super sisters, y'all. Word up.
was in the house doing this. Now we're leaking logs or Lego blocks with the 4-track that my pops had bought me. Much respect, going through hella sweats from withdrawal while I just wanna rock the mic. He wants a rock cause he wasn't taught that there was more around the corner than Debo's spot. Maybe that's all he can get from now in deep tops, and wonder how he could fall from props and grace. He was just a few years older, but he was my neighbor. Now free base enslaved him. What am I gonna do now? Run up on him or beat him down? Or would it matter? I wanna diss him, but I don't wanna diss him. I wanna see him just to make sure that he's still breathing, but he's not heating me. He asked me for $1 and I had to decline. Your fiend is deceiving. We can only kick it if the scene you'll be leaving. But he just shuts my concern up and dips through an alley, looking for an open garage so he can come up and trade it for the baking soda. The whole odor stinks to high heaven. I think I'm quite lucky for the guidance from my parents. So yes, it was important that I was able to live to become a man. Upset and just sweat some Jane for a code to 7 digits or so. Still making tapes, rating pop so crates. I found this, slowed it down and mixed it with that. Original lyrics, I had pages of rhymes. Still dreaming about stages and cutting. Me on the mic, leaving late at night with the honey that was twice as nice. We look fly, but that was small potatoes. Off for one Vega is what it would be like. And I would grab the mic, take a look at Bill, cause I'm rocking so well. But that was 85 and we don't socialize because of that. A lot of groups fell apart. Egos and pride has changed the course. And if you hear me think about your favorite group that's lost. If you hear me think about your favorite group that's lost. Because of that, a lot of groups fell apart. Egos and pride has changed the course. And if you hear me think about your favorite group that's lost. If you hear me think about your favorite group that's lost.
There's much stress in the life I live. Plus I got a lot of good times left to give. Crews come and go, some just so-so. It's the wealth and the fame that cause them to go loco. And with no hope of coming back, and I seen it. And that's on top, and you can rise and catch a glimpse of the stars that's stuck. Cause while you could get heavier, times will pass. And as the others motivate, you slowly drop to last. Cause your crew could have been tighter, but inside you had a infiltrating buster known as a biter. You thinking back, and now you piecing your clues. It's never enough to bust. But what about dudes? Well, let me tell you, on 10-16, I made a musical plan. From the times I got chased to the sprinkler jams. From the punks who got mushed to Leanne Robin Bush. My first slice of how life would be. The industry and then some money. So now, because of that, a lot of dudes fell apart. Egos and pride have changed the course. And if you hear me think about your favorite groups that's lost. If you hear me think about your favorite crews that's lost. Yeah, because of that, a lot of groups fell apart. Egos and pride have changed the course. And if you hear me think about your favorite groups that's lost. If you hear me think about your favorite crews that's lost. ground, making sure that the peoples get to hear this sound. Getting love from the places where we be at most. This is why you spread your shit out from coast to coast, making trips through towns, just putting in work, making sure that your paper stay writing in verse. Trying to chill for a minute, just max, forget it. Pulling out your map so you know where you're headed. Hit your destination, take a snooze for a bit, until it's time for your shit. When you get on, you can't wait to bust. Hands waving in the air from dawn till dusk. Then you take your bow, we out now. Everybody goes for the next show. Now I'm on the road again. Yeah, I'm doing what I should. We on the road, y'all. We on the road, you know. We on the road. Put me on the road again. Yeah, drive miles where I could.
I wish I was getting 5 G's for the show, but it's just 200 and a pound at the dope. Since the price don't reflect how nice a crew is, I didn't hesitate to rock jams for the kids. Clubs, schools, parks, anything to get us a buzzer, make a mark, and try to get on every venue and list. But club owners try to get foul and twist us. But when I'm fat, I won't back into contracts, hold the papers, hotels, and all that. We're just trying to get on and make a name. I'm rhyming about the pain, y'all. I'm rhyming about the game, trying to pay dues and earn respect. When I think about the bad times, I get upset. I mean, just look at these kids blowing up. $20 for the show, and yo, they can't bust no breath left, no rhyme styles, no flair. So I rock the mic without a care. I mean, I make the crowd wow while I project over piles of head nods. We overcame the nods because of how we flow. So when they clear the hall, I know that we shock the crowd and suffer till you're so. Everybody goes for the next show.
Now I'm on the road again. I'm doing what I should. Put me on the road again. Drive miles where I jump on the stage. If you a headliner, then you got it made. But don't never front on your bread and your butter, because the day you do, that's the day you going under. Now if it's your fate and there's a place to fill, then you can fill up the place, but just fill it with skill. Cause you can talk about the oohs and chicks and twos, but don't nobody wanna get ooh.
Did you ever think that I'll be on the radio? A commercial for the show, recognizable. So now you gotta come to the spot that's set. Earlier you saw the video, so this is the test. Can we rock rhymes with these and make it get up? Make it hunt the album when we finish the cut. That's what hip hop is, rocking rhymes, don't you know? That's where everybody goes for the next show.
your life, that shit's sad. Abusing advice simply because you never knew you had the know-how to go far. Go for what you know. Time is slipping through your fingers as you refuse to motivate. Associated with rhymes, it's not that simple. Technique could be easily erased, stolen credential. They try to tell me I'm high post, being cynical. For rap to evolve, it's got to reach its pinnacle. You can't deduct from this, beats can move. If your lines is whack, you don't have time to improve. I cut it short and down the middle for the next level of basics to adhere and blow off steam. But find the means in the ways of conditioning. We on the mission in to mark a place for the soldier, no smooth listening.
So shake the dust off your kicks and know the West is in the mix.
In the midst of pieces that's few, what we cannot present to you, our kabutu.
MCs who run crashing, not lasting longer than a millisecond. Overstepping many ways to have cash like blades. They play themselves in every opportune they assume to be mediocre. The whack shit is over, won't play it till the fresh style is displayed upon the screen. Still looking, waiting for the next sensational style. It's far in between when 800 MCs have no steam, no dream, but still wanna make all the money. But don't remember captivating while I stood the lay as if my program's etched on tape. So sleeping MCs wake up to the blare of my pen flare, rimming with what you need. These bits of rhyme and line out, or wait until the tasty morsels rip forceful the mic. So how many MCs don't get it right, equating money with might? A downfall ripe to happen, cause the rapping game was meant to explain, maintain and remain.
We confess in highness, knowledge that's bestowed, so don't hesitate, cause your fate is not known. Prone to be thriving, you got debts that's old. Conniving, deceit, lies is told. You can't rest, cause your best is the test. It's written off, so watch another man take it. In blatant disrespect, times get tense, so know your actions. You can't lose or bruise title. I seen some niggas splattered over a street they called home. Rested now, still with no peace, so I say to the youth, you can let that shit lay. Watch the big homies looking over as you play, but stay out the streets, cause times is stress. As we move to prove you, God moves to bless. Fatal time thinking of suspicion. Who do you believe? A long suited arm slipping money up the sleeve, or just short pockets, cause times is deep.